just want the smoke. When the clouds go high, then the ice go low, low. The clouds go high, then the ice go low, low. Give me all the smoke, give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke, give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo, Pablo Santo, sing. Pablo Santo, Pablo Santo.
I get in the boots of Santa. She's a dancer, prancer. She like my flavor like I'm Fanta. Don't fuck with cancer. Crossover like the answer. She tryna hold me for the ransom. No AI, nice try. Hit you with the bye-bye. No ties. Living life like I supersize my fries. My. Feel like Johnny on the vibe. And the blunt tastes like apple pie. When I get finished, I might have it for the side. No, I ain't finished. Feel like Popeye with the spinach. Yeah, I'm about to replenish. Yeah, we gonna hit the Guinness. Cause we smoking till we choke. Whatever for your board. Cause I'm higher than the pole vault. Yeah, you know.
Give me all the smoke. 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 I just want 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 the smoke. When the clouds go high, then the ice go low, low. The clouds go high, then the ice go low, low. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Santo, sing. Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Santo, Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Santo, sing. Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all
Pablo
the smoke.
Santo.
Lungs like a blowfish, puffing on that old shit. Off honeycombs and concentrates, it's kinda hard to concentrate. Resin on my rap, got my fingers feeling sticky. Beam me up, Scotty, to the moon in a jiffy. Gas in my system, got this crown shocker vibing. That stanky danky, put them down, and Keisha call my silent. Reefer got me reeking like my bongos burning roaches. Spoke the fragrance like cologne, let the aroma be my mouthpiece. Floating past the clouds, I'm just posted where the angels be. Peace be my frequency, and frequently I'm known to be. At it like a mathematic, must have it like cabbage. So I practice what I preach, and I lead by example. Let my life be the sample. You should be a demo. Focused on this paper while I'm touching on my mental. Super Saiyan level up and I ain't talking bezel up. Keisha in my lungs got me moving like the wind flow.
Give me all the smoke. 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 I just want 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 the smoke. When the clouds go high, then the ice go low, low. The clouds go high, then the ice go low, low. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all
Pablo
the smoke.
Santo, sing. Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all
Pablo
the smoke.
Santo, Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all
Pablo
the smoke.
Santo, sing. Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all
Pablo
the smoke.
Santo.
Oh boy. Chip. Give me all the smoke. 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 I just want 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 the smoke. When the clouds go high, then the ice go low, low. The clouds go high, then the ice go low, low. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo, Pablo Santo, sing. Pablo Santo, Pablo
Yeah.
Santo.
I get in the boots of Santa. She's a dancer, prancer. She like my flavor like I'm Fanta. Don't fuck with cancer. Crossover like the answer. She tryna hold me for the ransom. No AI, nice try. Hit you with the bye-bye. No ties. Living life like I supersize my fries. My. Feel like Johnny on the vibe. And the blunt tastes like apple pie. When I get finished, I might have it for the side. No, I ain't finished. Feel like Popeye with the spinach. Yeah, I'm about to replenish. Yeah, we gonna hit the Guinness. Cause we smoking till we choke. Whatever for your board. Cause I'm higher than the pole vault. Yeah, you know.
Give me all the smoke. 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 I just want 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 the smoke. When the clouds go high, then the ice go low, low. The clouds go high, then the ice go low, low. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all
Pablo
the smoke.
Santo, sing. Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all
Pablo
the smoke.
Santo, Pablo Santo,
Give me all the smoke. Give me all
Pablo
the
Santo,
smoke.
sing. Pablo Santo.
Give me all the smoke, give me all
Pablo
the smoke.
Santo.
Lungs like a blowfish, puffing on that old shit off honeycombs and concentrates. It's kinda hard to concentrate. Resin on my rap, got my fingers feeling sticky. Beam me up, Scotty, to the moon in a jiffy. Gas in my system, got this crown shocker vibing. That stanky danky, put 'em down and Keisha call my silent. Reefer got me reeking like my bongos burning roaches. Sport the fragrance like cologne, let the aroma be my.
What up? Welcome. I felt my groove for a second. That beat was right there. I forgot that was the beat I had. What's up with you, Freshmayne Gouda? We are live here. Welcome to the vote. Here, HMS Network in the building as I turn this music down and turn myself up so I can hear myself. Man, we made it again. Another Thursday at it again. Yes, man, another way to be above the dirt. Another day to be able to talk and discuss some things and see what's populating in the world. How are you feeling, Freshmayne Gouda?
You know how it go. I'm feeling gravy, baby.
You're all gravy, baby. You remember that song I made back in the day called Gravy, Baby?
Yeah.
We're going to have to play some of that one day. We're going to have to let them hear a little bit of something with It's All Gravy, Baby. I remember some of those things, too. So today's show is going to be a really good show. We're going to be able to go discuss a couple of things and really go in. We're going to be talking about how to rebuild what is broken. I'm hearing myself on here. That's what the echo is. Turn that all the way down. All right, yeah. So how to rebuild what is broken. We're going to just break down certain measurements and just seeing if something is already like that you would consider broken. Is it worth to actually go back in there and do the repair? Is it worth to just leave it there and just get something new? You know what I mean? Some people like to do that too. But we're going to kind of just discuss some things when it comes to relationships, period, friendships, period, business, things, endeavors, and certain things like that. So it should be an interesting show. We always like to discuss topics that are not the most popular to discuss, but it definitely should be able to stretch us because I don't think too many people talk about stuff that's broken. It's a lot of broken people or a lot of broken situations out there, though, for real. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and introduce everybody real quick. I go by Cedric Blickman. They call me Blic for short. We have Freshmayne Gouda in the house. Yeah, you already know what they about. On the panel, if you see the BIGO world that you see over there to that side, hope I'm pointing to the right direction. That is BIGO Live. You can check us out at HMS Media. It's our family HMS network on there. You can be able to catch all of these beautiful, wonderful, lovely people. We got in box number 1. Let's give some applause real quick. Love always. Got it. And then we also got in box number 2, the wonderful goddess, Trends. Don't forget the trends on there. And as we ease on down the road, we got the wonderful Apollonia. I like the new artwork. I see you out there. I see you in the streets. We got somebody that's new, but not new, but also old as well, but coming forward on the BIGO world. Let's give it up for Femi Fields. Got him, coach. I think she's ready now. We make sure you mute your mic, and I'll be able to unmute you on this side. I got you. And we got Freshmayne Gouda in box number 5, and he's alive. Let's give it up, Freshman. Yep. When our powers combine, we are the Royal Flush crew. What it do? And we are here chilling, posted up. Let's get it going. All right. So, yeah, man. Like I was saying with the discussion and stuff. So we're talking about one of the first things I was thinking about is how to rebuild what is broken. In this world and in this society, just stuff in general, we can kind of see not everything, but there are a lot of things or a lot of broken foundations. When I say broken foundations, what do I mean? Broken means it's the pieces of it is scattered. It could even once been one, but now when we observe it, we see it in something that is separate from itself. I feel that goes on in a lot of things. It goes on with secrets, as in like books and stuff that's been taken out. Let's say scriptures. I'm just saying, I ain't gonna throw it too hard, but or other things in sense of the way we used to be able to build back in the day, or be able to build certain type of structures, how we would run systems and organizations. So I feel that there are some things that are broken just because, let me get this music popping, but just because you can see the results. You can clearly see the results of what's happening right now. And when I feel like whenever there's separation, whenever there is division, which is two visions going in different directions, there's obviously something that's keeping us from becoming whole and accepting the entire situation. I don't want to go too much in just from the beginning, but we'll definitely talk to you. I wanted to swing it over to you, Freshmayne Gouda. Just asking the first question to kind of just see if we can spark it. How do you know when something is broken? I know it sounds a simple question, but still, really, what goes on in your brain to makes you think in your brain this is broken?
For me, when you understand something's broken, you basically have to come to the realization that it can no longer be fixed or adjusted. I can't hear myself.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can no longer be fixed or adjusted. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth working out. It's not worth putting effort into rebuilding it. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much when it's broken. When you can't move forward, you can't do anything with it. It's not doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pretty much stagnant.
Stagnant, not functioning. True.
Indeed.
Yeah.
That's a key word, not functioning.
Not
It
functioning.
must be functioning.
Yeah, it got to be moving in a certain function, because if it's not functioning right, you're going to say it's broken. If I go in the remote control, you throw it to me, I try to turn the TV on, it don't turn on. First thought, something's not right. It's not functioning the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, that's why I love
What we gonna do?
that word. That right there.
This is the what?
Put it in. That was the key.
Yeah.
Function.
Function.
It's not functioning. It's broken.
And I feel that just being 1,000, how we're functioning is showing that, like you said, that it's something broken. Whenever it's not moving in one unit, whenever it's not clarity, whenever there's confusion, then we can all know. When something is working in one how it's supposed to, then it's no confusion in the situation. You know what you're dealing with. It's what it is. Like, oh, this is what this does on any level. But when it's not doing that thing that it's intended to do, then we got something broken. All right, I don't want to go too deep. Let's keep going. All right, so Love Always, I'm going to ask you the same question. What are some of the key things that sticks out like a sore thumb, in a sense, when something you feel is broken?
As far as relationships go, I think that when, like Gouda said, something is not functioning properly, there always tends to be a certain energy around that is just felt. When it has to do with something that, it hits your core, at least, like, you just know when it's not functioning properly, something needs to be fixed.
Yeah, the core of it, like you said, something needs to be fixed. It's your indicators are up, your antennas are up, and you're pretty much in a state of just like, what do we have to do in order to get it restored back to what it was previously? That's the whole hint behind the whole topic, being honest. What is this necessary thing to do in order to get those things to flow and function the way it's supposed to? Even certain things that are positive or negative, it doesn't matter. If it's functioning like it's supposed to, it's able to fulfill what it is. You know what I mean? So, but if it's not broken, if it's broken on any level, anything, nobody likes something that's just broken. It's just like, what is this thing? Like, throw it away.
How can we fix this?
How can we fix this thing? All right, so same thing. We'll go down the line. Goddess Trends, are you there? Make sure she's there.
I'm here.
Appreciate you. Same thing. I would say with you. Let's kind of spin it a little bit with the question. At first, I was asking, how do you know when something's broken? I'm gonna say the same thing with you. What are some of the signs that you could be dealing with a broken situation? And it could be on any level, whatever comes to your mind.
So I wanted to say this too, just because it's worth mentioning real quick, that sometimes things can be functioning and still be broken. Especially in the society that we live in. People have specific roles, And we could be moving right along with the roles and, completely assimilated. And then we just start feeling like something just is not right.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
So the roles or the relationship is functioning as it probably should, according to the powers that be, what they say a functioning situation is.
That's a good point.
But it might
Great
not
point.
be our divine purpose. It might not be a true alignment. There could be so many reasons why people come together and stay together, whether lovers or friends, and they probably should not be.
Wow.
But anyway, I just thought that was worth mentioning.
Yeah.
But I
Definitely.
think
Good
what are
point.
the signs? I think when something doesn't sit good with our spirit, there are telltale signs within ourselves. I think that people ignore up front. Either like if it's a lover, for love, passion, whatever you've built together, and you kind of ignore the things going on with your body, right? So I want to say butterflies for those people who are not truly in tune. I want to say to energy, where you're not necessarily able to read energy just yet. Your body tells you in other ways. So that solar plexus chakra is
That's for real.
that's spirit's way of talking to you. Like if that third eye isn't open, or if you're unable to read energy and so on and so forth, it'll come in other ways. So that's our recorder right there. That solar plexus is our recorder of outside stimuli and how we respond to it. So it will come looking like butterflies or anxiety, a pain in the stomach, just jitters in general, anxiousness. In terms of emotions, it might look like anger, sadness, crying, even going back and forth, grief, right? When we lose someone, sometimes it's not the loss in death, but the loss of a relationship can feel like grief as well.
Yeah, you're right.
So, going through those symptoms as well. But just feeling at a loss, I feel like feeling like things just aren't going in the direction that you anticipated, those type of things. I think that the body, especially the body and the mind, will give off signs.
Excellent. Well put. Definitely well put. She hit on a key piece, which is good, which can also help with the prevention of something breaking as well. Have you noticed like she said, the signs or the energy of certain things, and you feel like something's not right? You're getting those pre-signs. It's almost like the hesitation feeling that you get when something's rolling off the table, and you real quick like you going, it's a feeling that happens, adrenaline rush, a whole type of vibe that happens to prevent that from happening. That's the same thing that happens with us, like what she was saying, similar to that in situations. You're getting these indicators that are inside of you. There's alarms that are going off, these different signs of things that are shaping to kind of like let you know, like, hey, remember we said it was this, or we feel that it's this, and this is happening. This is something a little different. Radar is on. It's just definitely important for us to pay attention to that, because then you won't be dealing with that many broken situations. Sometimes you just get dealt that card. Sometimes you get dealt that card and now you're dealing with a broken person. It's like, what do we do? Throw the whole person away? Sometimes you might have to stay. But back to what she was saying, sometimes it can or be in a functional situation, functional but still be broken at the same time. So you have to be able to discern and know what's going on. And just because everything is right on the outside, gotta know what's up on the inner self, inside. Okay, ease on down the road. All right, so we got the wonderful Apollonia. Apollonia, I wanted to be able to go in and ask you a similar question, but it's a little bit different. When something is broken, can it be done? I know this is hypothetical type of stuff, or saying, oxymoron. I don't know what you call it, but I just want to see what comes to your mind. Can it be done if something is broken already, right? can it be put back together? Can the Humpty Dumpty be sewn back together, glued back together? And if it can be, will it be the same?
I think it takes. Are we talking about relationships, or are we just talking about
whatever comes to mind?
I think if you want it bad enough, you can fix it. Not only if you want it bad enough, you can fix it. You know, you know that it's for you. And if it is for you, it can be fixed. If it's not for you, there's no way and nothing you can do to repair it.
Bless me. Yeah.
So I think you just have to, you know, if it's something for you, you cannot deviate away from who you are. It shouldn't change the structure of who you are. You should still be able to be you. And the situation has been changed or repaired.
Excellent. Good one. Love that. Well put. So yeah, so this is true. I agree with her as well. I feel that once it is broken, yeah, it can be restored. I do feel like to a degree there is a memory that kind of goes there. It's almost like when you stitch up the Frankenstein and you see the stitches still, you know, it's back together.
Still see the scar.
And it works. Yeah, but that scar, like you say, when them stitches taken out, it's still something there to remember. Like, look, remember, you cut my ass, right? You know what I mean? But I feel if you're a strong individual mentally and you're able to get past that and see a person from another perspective, then that's an actual beautiful thing. I feel like one of the most beautiful things is to forgive. I'm not saying it's always the case or that you always should, but in most cases, if you're able to come to a real honest space of forgiving that person and then we move on and it is good and everything is great for us, that right there is originally what was intended, I feel, within the story of how it could have went with the Cain and Abel type of vibe with the brother and all that stuff. It was supposed to come, well, I can't say it happened how it's supposed to happen, quote unquote, if the story's real. But that story, if it could have been so much different with the brother either coming to the other brother saying, hey, you got this sacrifice and your sacrifice is good. How can I step my game up and get my sacrifice to par? So God is messing with my sacrifice. It could have been way different than the sorrowful, like, oh, you think he's this and think he's that. It just turned in another direction, you know what I mean? And it's multiple realities that happen. So I do feel that it also, yeah, it is possible. It is going to be a little bit hard to forget the scar, but if you're able to still look at that person and still have that, then it's a beautiful situation. Okay, let's ease on down. Good timing. Okay, cool. So we're going to ask Miss Femi Fields. Let's get ready to ask you the same exact question. How, from your perspective, I know even if you agree or not, just tell us your perspective when you feel that can it be done when it comes to restoring something that is broken? Like, what if it's a deep scar or like a good deep tissue? Is it possible to be able to heal that wound or heal that pain and that scar? Oh, I got her muted. Hold up. 7 more seconds, and we're there. Okay, Femi. My bad about that.
Finally. Not just
Sorry, I normally do that to Apollonia. My bad.
So I think learning how to rekindle a relationship is not easy. I mean, it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of effort, to sustain any relationship. But I think with the time and patience, you'll be able to rebuild trust, and that becomes a deeper connection with your partner. So like while you have like every right to be angry or hurt. I experienced this with my own mother. It took a very long time for us to come to the relationship we have now. But so working through the hurt and the anger, the desire, if you both have the desire to work on the relationship, then everything can be restored. Not the same, but restored.
Good.
And it becomes a different experience for both of you, and which equals growth.
Ooh, I like that. She said it equals growth. Yikes. That's the key. Because even though when you're growing from something, even when I extend from this particular point, like a vine or a plant, it grows. As you were showing me the other day, from that particular point on, it grows. Even if I cut the stem off and it grows again, it's still different. It might grow a little smaller within that space, but it's still growing. It's still pushing forward. So, well put, fam. For real. Okay, cool. Good. All right. So it looks like we are almost at the halfway point. We'll see how much we can float real quick. We did have some same songs. Okay, cool. Anyways, but let's keep discussing the topic. So I feel like with the effort, when you do put effort in, when you do build something, it seems like we keep going, especially in when it comes to relationships. It seems like when you think broken stuff, it does go to your mind does go to relationships a lot. But I feel like when it comes to just like a business situation, let's say a business deal or something like that. Let's say that it did break. Let's say that it didn't work out. You know what I mean? You guys went separate ways and decided to do something else. There always is a way, like, for maybe, let's say that the other person's seeing it differently. Like, hey, I messed up, and I could have did this situation this way and I didn't. I feel like that can also be restored too. It's the same kind of relationship, even though it's not marriage or friendship or whatever. You can always be able to bring those things back. Now, this is my question then, that I'll ask to the panel as well, starting with Freshmayne Gouda. So when is the breaking point period then of when it's no point of return? Like, it's just done, amputated, like.
It's pretty much a decision that you have to make yourself when you're tired of putting forth the effort to make it not be done. You know what I'm saying? When you're tired of putting forth that effort, trying to build it, rebuild it, rework the ground and all that, and you just have to come to a decision. Hey, look, it's best I go this way, you go that way. It don't necessarily have to be a fuck you time, or, you know what I'm saying, you ain't good enough. It's just necessarily.
But what about when one of the people that is involved, since we're talking about relationships, what if they don't want to let go though? Because that happens in a lot of. Is that how a stalker is born?
I mean, we got to be grown in this situation. You know what I'm saying? It may be some situations where one person doesn't want to let go and the other person does. Y'all got to be able to have that talk, and you have to be able to. Don't be sitting here, you letting go, and this person still holding on, and you ain't told them you let go. Like,
it's like, Jack,
be man or
don't
woman
let go,
enough
Jack.
to say, hey, look, I'm not in that space anymore. I'm moving forward. And if they still, it's okay for them to still have love for you. Y'all can still have love for each other and shit, but it's got to be an understanding on how y'all about to move. So can't nobody be getting upset, you know what I'm saying? They thinking you ain't about to be doing this, that, and the other, and you done moved on, and you like, wait a minute now. Y'all got, communication is a big key in anything you do, you know what I'm saying? So both sides know what the deal is, where you coming from, and how you should move forward, you know what I'm saying? There should always be an understanding of how y'all moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that as well. Like you said, understanding. You can't do anything without understanding, having an understanding. And then keeping it, also being conscious in some situations that were severe, that might be still a little sensitive. That cut still is sensitive. So it wouldn't be best to try to cut it again or to touch on it too much. That's deep, but it's true. Allow it to take its time to rest and rebuild and move on from that particular space. I feel like a lot of the times that people, even in relationships, people bring up the past. Like, they're bringing up the past. They're resurfacing a scab. You know what I mean? Something that was broken that now is repaired. But then now you're going back to that scab, like peeling that back, like, hold on, but remember when we did this?
It's like, damn.
I thought we was healed, man. Come on. So I feel like also when it comes to something that is broken, that is restored, that you still should give it its time to fully heal and adjust and not pick on that thing. Don't pick on him.
Leave that scab alone.
Leave that scab alone. All right, so we're going to go to a quick commercial break real quick. We got to pay ourselves. You already know how it does. And then we have a couple of songs, or a song from the Smokers mixtape. I think it's the same song from last week. We're going to keep it popping. We just released the album. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go to a commercial break real fast, and we'll be back. And, yeah, that's how it's going down. Booyaka, booyaka. She's a dancer, prancer. She like my flavor like I'm Fanta. Don't fuck with cancer. Crossover like the answer. She tryna hold me for the ransom. No AI, nice try. Hit you with the bye-bye. No ties. Living life like a supersize my fries. My. Feel like Johnny on the vibe. And the blunt tastes like apple pie. When I get finished, I might have her for the side. No, I ain't finished. Feel like Popeye with his spinach. Yeah, I'm about to replenish. Yeah, we gonna hit the Guinness. Cause we smoking till we choke. Whatever for your ball. Cause I'm higher than the pole vault. Yeah, you know.
Give me all the smoke. 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 I just want 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 the smoke. When the clouds go high, then the ice go low. The clouds go high, then the ice go low. Give me all the smoke. 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 Oh.
Pablo Santo.
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo.
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo.
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo.
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Lungs like a blowfish, puffing on that old shit off honeycombs and concentrates. It's kinda hard to concentrate. Resin on my rap, got my fingers feeling sticky. Beam me up, Scotty, to the moon in a jiffy. Gas in my system, got this crown shocker vibing. That stanky, put him down, the Keisha coma silent. Reefer got me reeking like my bongos burning roach. Sport the fragrance like cologne, let the aroma be my mouthpiece. Floating past the clouds, I'm just posted where the angels be. Peace be my frequency, and frequently I'm known to be. At it like a mathematic, must have it like cabbage. So I practice what I preach and I lead by example. Let my life be the sample. You should be a demo. Focused on this paper while I'm touching at my mental. Super Saiyan level up and I ain't talking bezel up. Keisha in my lungs got me moving like the wind flow.
Give me all the smoke. 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 I just want 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 the smoke. When the clouds go high, then the ice go low. The clouds go high, then the ice go low. Give me all the smoke. 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 Oh.
Pablo Santo.
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo.
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo.
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Pablo Santo.
Give me all the smoke. Give me all the smoke.
Get low now, just low now, get low now, just low now, get low now. Bring it up, one time, bring it up, one time, bring it up. up one time. Fuck it up 3 times. Fuck it up 4 times. Fuck it up 4 times. You alive, little nigga. You should be dancing. You alive, little nigga. You should dancing. No, I feel like mystical ass. Get low, shake it fast. No, I don't know.
Shake it, baby.
That was the most aggressive voice that I could do without really screaming. Welcome back to the show. Got me sweating, perspiring on stage, perspiring. We are back up in here. Got a little couple drips on the computer. Look at while you're playing, while you're bullnishing. No, I'm just playing. Thank you. Welcome back to the show, to the Vault. Another good topic. We've been talking about how to be able to rebuild what is broken. Most of the things that is going in, or most of the things we've been talking about, is when it comes to relationships. That is the first thing we think of when something is broken. We're not talking about fixing refrigerators, or we can. It doesn't matter. Let's just talk about in general something that is broken. Period. It could be something small, like inside of a remote, like a fuse or something. When a person dissects it, you have to do the work. You got to actually do the work. You got to actually dissect it, actually break it open, break it down, discuss the issue. Let's say it in real terms. We got to talk about it, discuss the issue, figure out what's going on, consider both sides of what we're discussing, and come to that conclusion if it's worthy enough for us to be able to repair, if it's worthy enough for us to put those broken pieces together. And like we said, there is it's a yin yang type of thing. When it comes to, you got to know when it's time to, like you say, know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to say, hey, it's time to stop. Because I feel in those cases when it does, like just me commenting a little bit what you guys were talking about earlier, when you know something, like you say, is fully just, I gotta let it go, is I feel once it's starting to hurt the rest of your being, or the body, the rest of what you consider your concept, your body is. You can try to hold on to that hand as long as you want, but if that hand has cancer, you hold on to it, it's going to keep spreading on to the rest of the body. So once it gets to that point where now the hand is dead or gone, yeah, you're going to have to cut it. I know you don't want to be a person that have one hand. You're holding on to your ego in a sense because it looks decent to have 2 hands, but if that hand has to go, you would rather have that hand go than to let it get to the rest of the body. So that's why I'm saying, you got to just know once something is in a broken space, you guys are in a broken situation. And if we're not moving towards repairing or moving in that direction, then you eventually it will pass on.
You got to own up to it, though. Just like with that hand. Yeah. If you stay in denial the whole time and you just keep on, oh, it's going to get better. Yeah. It's going to get better. You have to come to that point where you say, you know what? Damn, I love this hand. Yeah. But if I'm going to say the rest of this body, I got to chop this motherfucker off. Like, just period point. But I don't even want to do it.
Man, hard decision.
I don't want to, but I know if I wait another day, another second,
it's going to start going up.
Everything else is done. So in order to do that, I got to just bear through the pain or whatever. Yeah. And get it done. Yeah. And sometimes it takes that owning up to that moment and actually, again, doing the work.
Doing the freaking work. Y'all, we're going to have a whole episode about doing the work, because the inner work that we're doing, it's so many things that we're focusing on, bills and different things in life, what to do. But your inner work, or what you're working on to be, it's not just off of the idea you have of yourself, but the work of just the observation of the things that are happening around you, and seeing how special you are in that moment. Is the work. Seeing how special you are and applying that, what you're gathering. You know what I mean? You're gathering things and applying it to your life. And the work itself is sometimes the hard stuff you don't want to do, or want to have those conversations, or want to move in certain spaces. But you got to do the work. You got to sit there and say, I'm going to face it. I'm going to show up, like how you do at actual work. Sometimes you want to go in and you're like, I do not want to be here right now. Boy. But you sure enough is happy you did once that check come.
Man, on everything. Your ass miss a day, nigga.
Oh, you like, why did I miss that? Why did I miss it?
Sometimes halfway through the day, your ass missed. You be like, bro, I could have been at work right now.
Yeah.
Some dollars.
Man, why we playing? Why we playing with it? But yeah, so yeah, I feel like that is another essential thing. Okay, so let's go back to love always. Okay. We've already said, can it be done? Now, love always. This is going to be a tricky question a little bit. If you pick up something that is broken and has been fully restored, but it's stitched up now, though, right? It's stitched up. Is that as good as something that is brand new, spanking new, out the box, never been broken before, still hasn't, has a chance to be broken? It's not broken. Is there a better? I know I'm just asking you this in a sense. So, for instance, brand new Michael Jordans just came out the box. Thrift store Michael Jordans, been cleaned to damn near new, but they still ain't the brand new out the boxes. Like, is there a such thing as it still being as valuable?
Look at it. One thing that keeps coming to mind is the Japanese porcelain art. I think it's called kintsugi. Is that what it's called? But basically, when the good china or whatever is broken, they take it and they use different materials and they stitch it back together with gold, and then that becomes the more valuable
part of
dishes that they have in their home. So
wow, that's deep.
everything that's broken is not always, that thrift store torn and tattered, stitched back together type of deal. Some you gotta just look at, maybe that was the path that relationship had to take. If it's a relationship, maybe a relationship sometimes has to be broken in order to be put back together and valued properly. But it takes discernment.
My life. Love always. She been on one today too, y'all. On the panel, she was on one too. She was hitting the nugs too, boy. I tell you, that was one of the deepest things on just that consideration of once it's separate. I never thought about that. You, like you said, use the gold in order to get it back. Now it's way more valuable than it was in the first place.
Now you got a deeper understanding and a deeper understanding of what line is willing to be pushed, and you have to be willing to grow or stay the same. If you're willing to stay the same, the end result is that y'all part ways. If you're willing to grow, y'all can both step in this journey and grow. You know what I'm saying?
That gold on there. Now you done leveled up. Now it's way worth more than what it was before, and it's more solid because it's gold now with the glass.
It is
deep sauce. Thank you for that, love always. Man, okay. As we ease on down, we're gonna go back to our go-to Apollonia, wonderful Apollonia. And this question, we're gonna float this around for a second. When, let's say, if you're the broken person, okay, and someone has hurt you, and now you're broken, how is it possible to be able to forgive? Let's ask that question first. Is it possible to be able to forgive that? Like, honestly forgive it? I know we say it cliche. Is it honestly possible to forgive that?
It's only possible to forgive it when you are able to forgive yourself. You have to be able to look within and forgive yourself for whatever you did during that time, whatever guilt you feel, whatever reasoning you had for being the way that you were. You have to take accountability for yourself first and forgive yourself. Because if you can't forgive yourself, you'll never be able to forgive somebody else.
Man, that's another nut.
I did this because you did that.
Man,
I did this because you did that.
It'll go forever. Like you said, if you don't forgive yourself, sometimes we beat ourselves up so much because we fell victim to that situation, or we let that person come in, and you're just beating yourself up over and over.
Excuse.
Man.
I only did it because this happened.
Man.
I only did it because this happened. No, wow. You did that because you wanted to do that.
You did that because, exactly. What Gouda said, you did it because you wanted to do it. But you're right. Got to forgive yourself. Got to give yourself permission to move forward and say that even though that this situation has broken, or it broke, you know, there is still a way, like what we were just saying with the other situation, there's still a way that it can be restored, the foundation can be back, and we can appreciate each other and be more delicate with this glass now. Let's put it in a china cabinet now, away from everything, and say, we're going to just look at this and just let it be nice and be beautiful. Yeah.
And now you got a story. Because I remember when I broke that
story.
motherfucker last time. I said, nah, nigga, we ain't doing that this time.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Gouda. You said now you got a story. You're damn near. Because what you said, let me tell you about what a china right there is cracked with the gold inside of it, right? This is what happened. Your father was down there down the hallway juggling china pieces. Nah, but yeah, that is good. That's super good. Okay. All right, so we can go down the line to Fem. What I would say, what are some things that what would you suggest for a person to do in order to restore their brokenness? Like, how are you able to forgive? I mean, in a sense of like when you're broken, how are you able to forgive in that broken space?
I'm going to forgive you for skipping Goddess.
Oh, did I?
Thank you, Phil.
So I'm gonna pass it to her.
Sorry. All right. Damn. I thought she was still going. My bad. Damn. Please forgive me, Goddess. Do you forgive me, Goddess? Please. Goddess Trends on National Live. Am I forgiven?
I don't.
Oh, damn.
Not yet.
That's how I feel in my heart. All right. So one more time.
You have to be okay with not being forgiven.
I am okay without being forgiven right now. It hit me though, but my bad. I did forget you. My fault. I knew you said you were going for a second, but okay. Same exact question I was going to ask you. Can you forgive someone when you're in that broken space? Or no, I said it differently. How do you forgive someone when you're in that broken space?
Who's the question to now?
It's to you. It's to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was passed back.
We passed it back. Yeah, she passed it back. She volleyballed it over to you real quick. Yeah. So
I think it takes a certain personality, because some people don't have forgiveness in their spirit. You know what I mean? Like it takes a certain type of energy to forgive. I don't think we can teach that necessarily to people. Like it has to be a desire from within, something that someone has the capacity to do. And some people just don't. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever met those people that will hold a grudge for forever. Yes. Every time you see them, they will bring it up. Lord, they will talk about stuff from 20 years ago. So
yeah, that's true.
I want to say this though, good long lasting relationships, it requires forgiveness.
Yes.
And I want to say that because if we have the true desire to keep growing and to keep developing, right? The person that you met, you don't want me to be the same 10 years from now. And I don't want you to be the same 10 years from now. Thanks. And you know what? If we truly are building each other up, we might just be triggering the hell out of each other. That's the whole truth, right? And so in order for us to survive, we have to have the capacity to be able to trigger each other, grow, and still build, forgive, move on. We want that. And then in today's world, we have all this stuff, BIGO, Instagram, all this stuff. It's not like back in the days where grandma and grandpa stayed together for 50 years. They never saw nobody else but each other.
Exactly. They was not on the gram. Not on the gram. No way.
We got a whole lot more stuff we gotta forgive each other for nowadays, I feel like.
That's another whole topic. You ain't lying.
So I feel like when we come together, we have to come together with the notion that if we're gonna build, we have to be prepared that if we're gonna trigger each other, that we have the capacity to move beyond that. It has to be something within self, and that's self-development right there.
Well put, man. True. Gotta be able to go in deep. And like I said, and learn when a person doesn't, when a person doesn't forgive you, you have to be, that's a hard space to be in as well. But you got to be able to move on as well and not allow it to break you. You know, that's on the flip side. You know what I mean? If a person say, nope, it's good, I'm not forgiving you. Like, damn, that could crush the whole person's world. Like, what do you mean? Like and hey, you got to keep it pushing.
All right, that's your.
It is what it is. Yeah, you got to be able to let that go as well, especially if you're at the point of, you know, just not wanting to hold that or carry that burden anymore. You got to just leave it where it is, and hopefully we'll pray that person can get over it in that sense. If not, then they're going to have some stuff to carry on to, because you're going to hold it by yourself, because I ain't.
You might be swole as a motherfucker around here.
You're going to be buff holding all them crosses and burdens or whatever they call it. Yeah, man, that is crazy. Okay, so we got, so let's go ease on down the road one more time to Fim. Did I forget? No, I didn't forget Apollonia. Fim. So we're gonna say the exact. No, let's change it up a little bit.
This time.
Yeah, I never get you this time. Yeah, I know. I never do. So what we'll do is this. Oh, you want to? Okay, I'm not gonna change it. All right, same exact thing. You know, when it comes to forgiving, like what is like the process, or how do you forgive someone in a broken space? Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's such a good one. Mm-hmm. I would say you have to find yourself in a vulnerable position. Mm. So I think once I let my guards down, like, because I've been going through this with my mother, and well, not anymore because we've mended that relationship. But when I was going through this with my mother, like, I just had to really be real with myself and realize that all of the anger and hurt I was feeling is just within me. Mm. It's not like she's doing it intentionally, because her trauma is why she's even acting that way with me. Yeah. So I would put blame on her and just think that because she was an adult and she was in this position of authority, why wouldn't she understand that concept? Like, why do I understand this information and my mother doesn't? The person that's supposed to take care of me and nurture me. I have to be the one to nurture and care for her. So you ask yourself all these questions, but I had to really say to myself, like, is she worth it? Is she worth me being vulnerable, meaning willing to get hurt in order to receive love or show her love for us to be on the same playing field? And there were moments that I had with her where I was showing her how vulnerable I was to even have certain conversations with her. She couldn't even believe it. She was looking at me like, who is this being? Because is this what I birthed into the world? Like, is this my daughter right now? Mm-hmm. My mother broke down in front of me in tears. And when I saw her do that, and then she took accountability and started telling me about her traumas and stories that I've never even heard before, I was like, oh my goodness. So when I'm vulnerable, when I open my heart, when I show grace to other people, and I can set down my ego and my pride for the things that I want, because we all have that little selfishness inside of us, right? So I really have to just understand that when I'm working on myself and being vulnerable with others, and people are seeing my flaws and my mistakes, and but I'm showing you. I'm showing you. I'm in this thing. I'm stumbling. I'm falling. But like Curry, I'm going to shoot the 3. And we still going to win. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. Got it.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Excellent put. I love that. Yes, you're right. Pushing through that no matter what. And like you say, knowing what you can. I remember watching Curry a few years ago. He was going through like a shooting slump. He was missing a grip like way more than normal, and everybody was saying to themselves, like, maybe he pushed himself a little bit too much after the championship and some other things, and boom, he snapped back into place. This season, he actually broke the record, the shooting record. Shout out to Curry. That's what's up. But it just shows that not caring about what anybody is saying, knowing what's inside of you, knowing that you're the seed, and that's another conversation in itself, that you're the seed already, and when you're in the right environment with the right things that are there to nourish you and there to be there for you, you're going to grow like you're supposed to grow. And regardless if something tries to cut you off or anything of that nature, if it's still in that same type of environment to be able to grow, it's going to grow. You know, it's hard for stumps to just be stumps. Even a tree, if it had a stump, if you have like a branch or something from it and you stick it in there, a tree will still grow. It'll still keep growing. So that's definitely some great encouragement. And yeah, I'm looking at the time. That is the time for the day. Man, that is crazy. Another excellent show. I appreciate the goddesses that all came and blessed us with their words of wisdom. I appreciate you, Freshmayne Gouda. Everybody that's out there watching in the YouTube world, we appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's definitely important for whoever is watching. You know, we thank you guys for your support and your structure, being here and being there with us. Remember also in closing that if you are a broken person or in a broken type of situation, that there is hope. That I love that concept, like Love Always was saying, you can also restore it with something that is stronger, that can bond you guys together even closer, and know that it's never just done. Impossible says that I'm possible. It says I'm possible, so you don't pretend. Everything can always work. You gotta do the work. You can't play with it, and don't be this. Give you one of those.
Yeah, I told her mom, baby, go on, get out there.
Yeah, that's what's up. So before we go, let's go ahead and give our tags, our social media tags, so you guys can be able to contact us. My name is Cedric Blickman. I go by Blic. If you want to contact me, I'm a producer, a music director. I do a couple things or two, graphics, you know, a little something. If you want to be able to contact me in any type of way for us to do some business together, go ahead and hit me up on my Instagram, which is Blic, BLIC 333. You also can hit us up via email, which is HMScastings with an S at gmail.com. And then also our website is hitmakersociety.com, singular, hitmakersociety.com. And last but not least, our YouTube, which is HMS Network, all one word. Whenever you guys are watching this, you type in HMS Network Live, and the last show that we have will come up. Hit us up for sure. Love Always. If anybody wants to be able to get in contact with you, how are they able to contact you?
Of course, you can find me through the HMS network, or you can find me here on BIGO or IG at more. All of those vowels are numbers.
Okay. Appreciate that. Okay, let's go down the list real quick. Goddess Trends. If anybody wants to get in contact with you, you're definitely a spiritual guide, a teacher. You're an actress. You got a lot of things you're doing. If anybody want to get in contact with you, how are they able to contact you?
Okay, so all of my handles, Instagram, Facebook, here on BIGO, I'm Goddess Trends. And then my website is The Goddess Life with a Y.com, and The Awakened, I'm putting that in here as well, The Awakened Foundation.com.
Got it.
Wake up. Thank you.
Wake him up. Wakey bakey. Not just playing. All right. All right. So then we're going to go down to Apollonia. If anybody wants to get in contact with you, Apollonia, how are they able to contact you?
Okay, you can find me at this time on the vault with HMS Network. You can find me on BIGO under Dr. Valentine Bones. I go live every morning from 5 to 7, and at times from 7.
Messenger.
And that's Central Time.
Okay.
You can also find me on IG at Valentine Bones Esquire.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that. I seemed like it was getting a dang call in. All right. So as we ease on down the road real quick, Femi Phils, how are we able to contact you if we need to get in contact with you?
Of course, through the HMS network, and then on here on BIGO for now.
Okay. I heard that. She's like, yeah, that's all I'm gonna give you for now. Just a little bit, a little something. All right, that's what's up. Okay. Well, once again, we did have a excellent show. I feel like we did hit some key pointers, some key pieces. I feel like we really it was an hour of short, quick punches, but it still was some stuff that I feel that some people can be able to watch this on repeat and be able to get some nuggets from it. Like I said, once again, just keep in mind when it goes to being able to rebuild yourself or rebuild what is broken or what you feel is broken. Know that you have all the materials in life that source or God or whatever you feel and that nature will assist to be able to put those pieces back into place. You just got to be able to know that it's possible. So if you don't put yourself in a separating state mentally, then you will have access to those tools and those people and those different things that you can do to be able to put that thing back into place. So you're not forsaken. You're not done. You know what I mean? And if you are broken and just done in that sense, you're okay in that side as well. Just know that you have to live a different kind of reality, maybe separate. Sometimes that's a reality as well that we have to accept. Meant to be one part of the reality world together. This part of reality is supposed to be separate. So allow the things to take its course and just know that it's billions of different scenarios that can happen. So hey, just choose one. Pick one and choose one. All right. So Freshmayne Gouda, last but not least, we are there. We still got 4 minutes. Look, I'm early. We still got 4 minutes. Freshmayne Gouda, before we leave, can you let us know a little something? How can people be able to reach you?
Well, if you're looking for me to bless your ears with some jewels through melodies, all you got to do is wherever you listen to music at, go hit that search bar, man. Get your fingers ready, stretch them bitches out. We don't need no cramps or nothing. You know what I'm Then go on and hit Freshmayne. That's all one word. Hit the space bar, the big long things. Tap that bitch one time.
One time.
Then you're going to hit Gouda.
Okay.
Look for any one of those pictures that catch your eye. Go on and press the button, man. Turn that shit up one time. If you like it, press like. Download that bitch and slap it again. And
do it again.
Share it to all your homies. You know
everybody, your mama's cousin.
Go pick another one of them fly pictures you like out there.
Go ahead and do it.
Now, if you're trying to talk to me, you want to hop on my man's videos, one of his upcoming movies.
We got
some skills you trying to do, or you want to, you want me to write for you, or you just want to talk, man.
Yeah.
Hit me on the IG. I talk back.
He talked to me.
Freshmayne. It's all one word. But we're not going to hit the space bar this time. We're going to hit the underscore. So shift and minus. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Then Gouda. Holla at me. I'm the fly guy up there, man. Again, if you're trying to collab, dude, hit my email. We'll get to it.
Got him. Let's give it to that one more time. And hit it. Got it. Good. We appreciate everybody. Go ahead.
Shout out to my brother Clarence. Happy birthday.
Yeah, and man. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Thank you. He did that. My cousin Clarence. Shout out to you, man. Happy birthday. We give you applause.
Yes, sir.
It's on record. We love you, brother. We love you. Great thing. Great thing. He's definitely a good example, too, while you being honest, of somebody that was in a broken state that restored. And bounce right back at it while we playing.
Hey man, shout out
to him one more time, for real. He was like at a low state.
Welcome back, King.
Yeah, welcome back to us, and he shows that it is possible. It definitely is possible. And happy Cinco de Mayo to all the people out there. If you are celebrating Cinco de Mayo, this is definitely for you. Appreciate you guys. I gave you I laid down this plan. All right, so love you guys. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Tune in next week, Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We also are tomorrow. We're doing our improv, The Vault, which will be pretty funny at 8 p.m. Tomorrow, Pacific Standard Time. We're doing the church skit. We're bringing the church back. Let's give the church a hand. Make sure y'all in church. We're going to see if y'all got tithes and offering popping. All right. So we'll be here tomorrow, Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tune in. Appreciate you guys. We love y'all. And you better know we out this thing. Appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, brother. Step into a Slim Jim.
Yeah.